All right, folks. Thought I'd shoot from my new laptop here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a Massachusetts Central Radio Show. I'm your humble host, Mike Kamal. I'm generating this on my new computer, so if the quality is a little off, but it's because I'm generating this at about 11:44. So my phone is charging right now. Hopefully, I did not knock it off the charger from the upteen time. But hello, guys. Welcome back. Welcome to part 160. I think it's 163, 164. Can't remember because I have too many of these. I just figured out that I have 1,345 videos to my name. And I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I have 5,027 views. And I think I have like 300 comments. I forget how many. I think I have like 300 comments to my name. So, hopefully this is recording and everything. So this is my first test. If not, then I'm just going to scrap this for the night. This radio show is only going to be 10 minutes because you guys know. For those of you who don't know the channel, you guys only know that I only do these about... Usually these are about 15 minutes, but I have to go to bed soon. So even though I'm in a polo shirt. So today was a day off for me today. I did a couple things. I went to the bank. I cleaned the kitchen. I took a walk. And I talked to Thomas Gilkey for the first time in, I think, 2 weeks. Good to keep up with him and talk with him, see what's going on work-wise and see what's going on in life. Other than that, it was pretty interesting. So I got to walk around the town today a little bit and see what's going on. Not much because it's winter wonderland out there here in my neck of the woods. I walked for about half an hour, and I went right back home and got back home and I hope my mother cleaned some decorations up and so like that. Made my lunch early, so I could actually, so I didn't have to make it while I was doing it. I actually just took a shower. Don't worry, this polo's fresh. I had to do it because I don't want to look bare ass on the. I don't want to look bare and on the interwebs. So so even if I do mark this down, say for kids, people won't be emotionally scarred. So at least I have some decency because it is the internet and I am in public, so it'd be public indecency technically. I believe so. But yeah, I went around the town today. Took a walk and watched some TV. Caught up in some sleep as well. Like I was in bed till like 10:30 today, which is rare because usually I'm working at 10 o'clock, 10:30, which I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll be working 10 to 6:30 tomorrow. I also had a talk with Tom Gilkey, my good friend. I'm not going to go into specifics because we have an understanding that we don't talk about each other on our radio show or on our channels. We'll shout each other out from time to time, but we won't tell anybody about our own personal matters. I'll just say this: Tom is learning how to get into the world of retail and how to deal with it and stuff like that, and he's learning the hard way, technically. Just like I did just like I did like 12, 13 years ago when I first started working for Target. But yeah, it was pretty good conversation. We were on for about half an hour. He was going into Boston when I caught him. I was waiting for the train, so it's good he caught me at the right time. So that's always good. Interesting piece of note, my phone is going to come tomorrow, so I will have my Moto G stylus tomorrow. And it'll be interesting, to say the least. So it's got a 6.4-inch screen, 128 gigabyte capacity, so I'll be able to do whatever. It's definitely. I wanted to tell you guys the reason why I've gone to a mid-range phone. If you guys were watching the last like 3 videos, you guys will know why. Um, I just want to tell you guys what my cell phone history has been since I owned a cell phone. So my first cell phone ever, well, my first cell phone, my own personal use, was a W385 Motorola. It was this phone I do no longer have it in my possession, and I no longer own it. And it's just one of those things. And then I went up to a low end smartphone, HTC Incredible 3G. It was kind of like a basic iPhone. It wasn't really anything big, you know. It was iPhone size at the time, but it was kind of low end. It was slow, and but it was fit for the time. And then 3 years later, I ended up getting a Samsung, so I started getting wrapped up into the Samsung game back in 2014, thinking that as time went on, I would eventually get the S4 or the S5 or the S6. Um, that actually never happened because I would get the Droid Max 2, which I do have somewhere. I'll have to show you guys all these on screen at one point. And then eventually I got sick of that because I didn't like the charging port. Hopefully now, I'm praying to God right now that Motorola has figured this out and they've actually got the charging port all squared away, because I'm not doing wireless charging anymore. It's too slow and it's affected my battery life quite a bit. So so I hope for dear God that I actually have a normal charging experience with this thing. If Motorola has cracked that in the first 6 months of ownership, then they're winners. And then eventually I went to the Samsung S8 Plus that I have now. I've owned that since October 2017. Little did I know I'd be owning that phone for a while because I wouldn't have enough money to go up to another one. And now that I'm starting to make money again, I can actually afford something decent. But so the reason why I'm going to a mid-range phone after all these years is because I really can't stand the high-end phones anymore, because they've got all these bells and whistles, and they're like, oh, they have a stylus, they have this, they'll be able to blind you with all these good photos. I don't really care about any of that anymore. I think 4G has gone. I think the phone I'm getting right now is probably. It's not going to be the pinnacle of 4G phones, obviously, but it's it's up there. It's 4G's a dying breed, unfortunately. It's gonna die in 2020, probably 2025, 2030. I don't know when, because they'll make it obsolete at some point. But the reason why I'm going to a mid ranger is because I cannot stand the high end stuff anymore. It's too expensive. I have to worry about it getting broken, and I'm out an $840 investment. So at least with the new one I'm getting now, it was $290 because it has more storage, but I was able to get it for $20 less, $279, which is actually a complete steal considering it's got a stylus and it actually has more capacity, more beginning capacity than an iPhone of a similar quality, and it's got a stylus that's decent. So it's going to be something that I can use, obviously. And the screen's too big, so it won't hurt my eyes as much. So that's the reason why I'm going to a mid ranger, and it'll be a while before I turn to something big, and flagshipy, because I already did with mid rangers twice in my life. Well, actually, the S3 Mini I had 4G was kind of low end, but kind of low end of 4G, but and then, well, the Max 2 was high, it was middle, and then high, so I'm going back to middle ish now. So but I've heard nothing but great things about it. So so this will be an amazing thing. Hopefully it will work out for me, and hopefully I will love it. So well, that's it for me. I'm going to upload this from my computer for the first time. So this is the first video that's going to be published on my new Dell Inspiron touchscreen. Good night, folks. And long live this great country. Let's all stay safe. Let's all take the proper precautions. Let's keep in touch with one another, of course. Keep our social rings all going, and also pray for my friends. Let them all stay strong. I think all those prayers are helping out everybody else out. And pray that April's 33rd year on this planet is a special one. So, and hopefully everybody else, and also look after Meg. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. And yeah, so this is the first one on my Dell Inspiron 15.6 touchscreen. So I'm going to do this for the first time in my life.